So do you folks know who Lorraine Warren was? God rest her soul. But before she passed away 3 years ago, we had the honor of receiving something in from one of their cases.
Look at this SLS picture, guys. This is crazy. You can see that right in the mirror cover there. That's insane.
Oh, and it gets worse.
What's going on, adventurers? Tonight we are going to be entering Spooky's Cauldron in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Upstairs they have an awesome museum called the Museum of Haunted Objects. So we're super excited to go check all that out, see what kind of activity we can catch. We are back in Gettysburg once again. Today we're coming to you from the Hoof, Fin and Fowl. I have been wanting to try this restaurant since I found out about it. Super excited to show you guys what we ordered. And then we have a really cool place we're going to take you guys to. So we're going to show you the food when it comes out. Super cool in here. The decor is pretty on point. So, and right now we're sitting right next to the fireplace. And Lisa has her favorite drink.
Sam Adams, and this time of year it's all about the lager. Cheers!
Look what I got, guys. This is a delicious looking lobster roll. One of my favorite things ever. I can't wait to try this. This looks so good. Look at this claw meat here. And I got some garlic mashed potatoes. Lise, you have in front of you one of your favorite things ever. What is this?
This is my favorite soup, French onion soup.
Oh yeah, look at that. So guys, this is the sign that you want to look for, and you'll know you're in the right place. They have a Spooky's Cauldron right there on the top. That's where you can get all your awesome decorative crafts, fragrant essential oils, bath bombs, lip balm, homemade aromatherapy supplies, all that good stuff. They do have the ghost tours here as well. And of course, the reason why we're here, the Museum of Haunted Objects. So there's some really cool plaques here on the wall, guys, right outside. And it says that this is the birthplace of Jenny Wade. The house was constructed in 1820. And that's super cool because you all know we've had quite a bit of communication with Jenny Wade. She is one of my favorites here in Gettysburg. So normally they do not allow any photography here in the museum, but we were given special permission to film this for you guys. So this is going to be a special treat. Shout out to Spooky for having us here. We are so excited. This is going to be awesome. This is John, our tour guide. He's going to be the all-knowing and tell us everything exciting about all these artifacts. And he just told us this was actually Jenny Wade's original childhood home, which is really cool.
She lived here until she was 12 years old. And that's when her dad got put in prison. Her mom lost this house.
Oh, wow.
Then they lived down on Breckenridge, 1 block down, which I do not recommend going there at night. All right, so come on in.
Okay.
Lisa's kind of standing back
I'm
in
just like looking.
the doorway. She doesn't know whether it's clear to pass or not.
All right, so this room right here, this is the Gettysburg Paranormal Association room. GPA is the company that does all the indoor ghost hunts for Gettysburg Ghost Tours. Have you guys ever done a hunt with us yet?
We have not.
We are the only company in Gettysburg that actually takes you indoors. Well guys, when I do the investigations up here in this museum, my favorite item to work with in this room is actually this trunk. This trunk we bought it as an antique find for one of our old locations called the Widow's Cottage. It was a recreation of a young lady's house. Her name's Emily. Her husband was fighting for the 10th Virginia Regiment, right out on Culp's Hill. Well, Emily decided she couldn't just sit at home worrying about her husband. She became a camp follower. She followed the unit around, made food, bandages, stuff like that. Well, on July 2nd, her husband marched off for battle. She never seen him again. She spent the rest of her life searching Gettysburg for his body. Never found it. You folks ever bought an antique from an antique store?
Not really, but not. I thought
Well, if you do, you be careful what you buy, because you never know what's coming with it.
That's the truth.
That sounds ominous.
See, that was the case with this trunk. We bought it thinking it was a basic toy chest. I used to have one just like it as a kid, until we put it in the Widow's Cottage. We started putting the K2 meters on it, the EMF detectors. They started going nuts. Yet this is oak. That's leather stripping. The only metal on this thing is the braces, latches, and the rivets, which are tin. Can tin
Wow.
be magnetized?
No.
No.
Plus wood's a non-conductor, correct?
Right.
So how can this give off an electromagnetic field?
That's crazy.
So we decide to up the game. We put digital recorders on it, EVPs. We keep hearing the name Wilbur. No clue who it is. So who wants to open it?
I'll open it.
I'll open it. Alright. Ah, he does this every time.
And it always works.
So,
Now I want you guys to put your hands in the trunk.
hands in.
I want you to feel the temperature change.
It's definitely cooler. Yeah. Especially as you go lower. You feel it. The walls
Oh
are-
yeah,
and the
down at
walls
the bottom,
Are,
it's very
the walls
cool.
are cool.
If you
Wow.
stand right here, you can actually feel a breeze coming out of it. You feel
There
the
is
breeze
a little,
coming out?
a little, yes, because I can feel the cold air movement versus like here. Yeah, that's definitely a different temperature.
Okay, well,
Right.
you guys have been the only tour here today, which means that trunk has been closed.
Right.
The sun was beating on it. Science says it should be warm and stuffy in there.
Right.
Yes, because it's
Plus,
like, you know,
that's
India.
sealed up, is it not?
Yeah.
How is the air coming out of it?
That is still like definitely
Yeah. It doesn't.
it's cooler.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It goes against anything that
Yeah, that's way cooler.
you've been taught.
If I flip that trunk over, you'll see that the bottom of it is tarred.
Huh.
Right. So.
In
it's
fact,
not-
for your viewers,
Sure is. It sure is.
there should be no reason a breeze is coming out of it.
No, that's solid. Right. This is solid. I mean, it's in very good condition.
Wow. Yeah, that's a really cool trunk. All right, guys. So Lisa just got the necrophonic out, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it on and see if anyone wants to speak to us. Who's here with us?
I am.
Hi, is this Wilbur?
Can you say your name?
Wilbur.
I thought I heard the whisper.
too.
Yes.
Wilbur.
Hi, Wilbur.
So this picture here, it's another antique find we found for the widow's cottage. This is not Emily herself.
Okay.
Okay, but it is a picture of a widow. Okay, we honestly do not know who this woman is. Okay, but logic states, picture of a widow hanging in the widow's cottage, right?
Right.
So we hung her in the parlor right above the mantle. But this picture did not like being there. Every single day we went in, we'd find this picture in the center of the room, face down on the floor.
Wow.
Well, thank God that place had carpeting. 6 years ago, we decided to hang her up right there. Now, she seems to like it here. Haven't found her on the floor yet. But she doesn't like skeptics. Either one of you a skeptic?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, last summer I had a loudmouth skeptic in here.
Uh-oh.
You guys know the types.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he was like, everything up here is hogwash. I call BS. I'm sorry, is that something you're gonna do in a museum with haunted objects in it?
Not a good idea.
No. Well, this guy, he was being a little bit of a jerk. So me, being the ornery man I am, I was a jerk right back. I told him, go on up, stare her down, get right in her face. It's all hogwash, right? So he did it. The whole rest of the time we're up here, he kept looking over his shoulder. He swore up and down she was standing right behind him. So how much you guys know about automatic writing? There's two forms of it. There's the one where the medium will channel the spirit and start writing.
Okay.
Yes.
The other one was originally done with chalkboard slates. You take two slates, put a piece of chalk between them, you leave it there. Come back, separate the plates, there might be something written for you. With modern technology, you still can do it. You can open up a laptop or a tablet, open up a Word document, just leave it there. Something might be typed. Oh, typewriters have been known to do it. You've all seen The Shining, right? This typewriter was found right here on Baltimore Street in a house that was here during the battle. The guy that found it down in the basement. I'm sorry, do you mess with things you find in basements?
No, not in Civil War houses.
No. Well, he's like antique typewriter, pretty cool.
All right.
Let's see if it works. Took it off the shelf, dusted it off, brought it upstairs, put it on his dining room table, took the cover off. Then his back door started opening and closing. The cabinet started slamming. Well, he hightailed it out of there. You folks would have, right?
Yes.
Well, 2 hours later, he came back home. There's a U-Haul sitting out front. He's moving out. Because when he get back home, that typewriter wasn't on his table. It was back in the basement, exactly where it was, dust undisturbed.
What?
Well, our owner, Jolene Spooky Riley, she's one of the local authors in town. She's working on book 3 right now. She rented that house and found that typewriter. Well, it's every author's dream to type up a manuscript on an antique typewriter. So she brought it upstairs, oiled up all the keys, puts a new ribbon in it, loads a piece of paper. Then she had a case of writer's block. So she said she's gonna sleep on it. Well, that night she could not sleep. All she heard all night was this thing typing.
Really?
Well, when she moved out of that place, she asked the landlord if she could take it with her. He said, sure, it's yours now. So it spent a little bit of time down at the Tilly Pierce house, this building right here, which is a bed and breakfast right down the street. They had to move it from there because all the guests complained. All they could hear all night was this thing typing. I never asked what it wrote. I don't want to know. But it is featured in Spooky's second book, which you can get right downstairs.
That's cool.
Now, is it happy here? It seems to be stable.
It does. Every now and then we do come in the morning and there's keys pushed down. Still no clue what it's trying to say though.
No, it actually feels cool. Cool. It was like a weird, like energy feeling, like right up here.
The keys are hot.
Oh.
That's cool. It looks like somebody's sitting right here. Like right here.
On Kim?
No, through here. Look, it's red.
Oh, you're right. It is red. How about the chair? Anything on the chair showing up? Yeah, it's red there.
Someone might be sitting.
Someone might. Oh.
So do you folks know who Lorraine Warren was?
Yes.
Yes.
God rest her soul. But before she passed away 3 years ago, we had the honor of receiving something in from one of their cases. Have you seen the movie The Haunted? About the Smurl house up in East Pittston?
I think we've seen them all.
I think so.
That one I can't go over all the case details because it was downright inappropriate. But the Smurls knew they had a problem when the family dog was lifted off the floor, slammed into the wall. Don't worry, the dog was fine. But they also had lightning bolts coming through their living room ceiling. Well, they called the Warrens in. Ed and Lorraine identified 7 mirrors as portals in that house. And that is one of the mirrors. Now folks, that portal is still open. Every single person that Ed and Lorraine took it to have them close it, they couldn't do it. The magic in the mirror is way too powerful. All they could do to it was a ritual binding, which is what that cloth and cord is. That cloth and cord is the only thing keeping something from coming through that mirror. Now folks, since we got it in 3 years ago, that's the second binding it's had to have because the first one failed. That group I had up here, Viper, they had with them an SOS camera. That's the one made with the connects from the Xbox. Maps the entities like stick figures. Now folks, normally the only time we take pictures up here is to document things and map something in the mirror.
Look at this SLS picture, guys. This is crazy. You can see that right in the mirror cover there. That's insane.
Oh, and it gets worse.
Oh, wow.
Because 2 minutes later, it came out.
Oh. What? Wow, that's crazy.
And the reason why that bugged me so much is I watched where it went. Right for that case.
With the haunted dolls.
Those aren't just haunted dolls. Those 3 dolls were already present during exorcisms.
Wow.
See, traditionally, your doll was made to look just like you. That whole American Girl doll thing going on right now, that's a tradition from the 1200s. But back then, your doll was made with your hair. That first haircut wasn't for the baby book. It was for your doll.
What?
I didn't know that, did you?
No. Wow.
Well, folks, the Bible states right in Matthew chapter 12, you can look this up. When a spirit's expelled from its victim, it will go and wander, try to find a new home. If it can't, it says, hey, I'm going to check out the house I came out of, and comes back. Well, if it finds that its house was cleaned up, yet left empty, that spirit will go and grab 7 of its friends that are worse than it. You can look that up.
I did not know that.
I don't know that. I'm telling you.
What the Bible doesn't say is that if the priest is still there when the spirit comes back, that spirit's got to hide. It's got to wait for the priest to leave. Then it can jump back in you. What better place to hide? How about a doll that already looks like you? That's why it's tradition. Anytime a doll is present during an exorcism, the priest will confiscate it. It's to protect the person. Those are supposed to be in a vault in the Vatican City. Unfortunately, those 3 never made it there because the priest that did the exorcism over in Scotland never got consent from his bishop to do it. It was unsanctioned. So to cover his own rear end, he kept the dolls for his own collection. He just happens to be friends with our owner. Found out we're opening a museum. He said, here you go.
Here, you're it.
We've had him in that case for 6 years now. The top 2 have never given us any problems.
That one.
It's always the cute ones that are trouble. And Jen, she kind of looks like you.
She does a little bit.
On here. Don't get too close.
Well, the thing is, when we put her in that case 6 years ago, she was like that.
What? On the other side?
Oh, and you guys didn't move her at all?
No, ma'am, that's a locked case.
Wow.
Since that thing
What?
came through the mirror, she has moved 89 times. To the point where we had another cleansing done on her, which is why she's on that black cloth now. That cloth is a Solomon seal. I was supposed to take her out of that a couple weeks ago. I brought my SOS camera up to check on her.
Oh, man.
Hence why she's still in the Solomon seal.
Look at that. She's just moving all around.
We could check her right now if you'd like.
Yeah.
Right now she seems to be quiet.
Oh, the one above it was doing something. I think. Look at Lisa go.
There we go.
Right up those steps. That Museum of Haunted Objects is calling her name.
They have energy.
Okay. Thank you.
Look in the case.
What?
She was on the right.
Okay. I'm going to show you guys the 2 different perspectives of where she was when we were here. What was it, 3 nights ago?
3 nights ago.
3 nights ago, guys. And look where she is now. This is crazy. Untouched. She's been absolutely untouched. And wow, she literally spun around on that cloth there.
Is the cloth in the same spot? No.
I wish I could get her moving on camera. That would be so cool.
I wish I could literally see her move with my own eyes. And one thing I've noticed about her is she always heats up before she moves.
Oh, really?
Ooh, wow. That's red hot, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow, that's cool. You have the mapping and the geothermal in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's red hot. Can you move for us?
Wow. That is a lot of movement right there.
Now it probably builds up, and then it's got to be a lot of energy to move her.
Mm-hmm. And you notice the light's not on my phone, so that's not reflection.
No.
That's not.
Wow.
She's like looking, probably like, who's up here?
That's so cool.
Wow, that is amazing. I can't believe she moved from all the way that side to the other side. Like it's not even just a gentle movement of an arm or hand.
No, she completely spun.
Right.
The other night when we were here, we took a look at this butter dish. Now, upon first inspection, don't really notice anything until you say the magic word. Lisa, what's the magic word?
Nazi.
And immediately,
I see it.
swastikas appear. So you guys saw the video that we did on Instagram on the Reels. This is Rosie, and she is a haunted doll made with real human hair and teeth, also known as a memorial doll. And last time I went to film her with my camera, it stopped working and my battery overheated. So, yeah, we mean you no ill will, Rosie. We just want to share your story with everyone. And we appreciate you letting us take a video of you so that your legacy can live on. Wow, she's putting out some energy right now too. Look at this. It's wild. Oh, she's got some heat coming off of her for sure. Her eyes look different.
Yeah, that's what I was
Her
thinking.
head actually looks a little turned. Oh, this is one of my fans. She's 19 years old. She's a spitting image of Rosie.
It's crazy.
Now, gets worse. Does she look like that right now?
No. So you guys know that Lisa and I don't be messing with any Ouija boards. However, this is just a demo. So we
Push
should be
the
safe.
button.
Should we be safe?
Maybe.
You
Oh
ready?
no, Lisa's gonna push it.
I'm gonna do the deed.
Okay.
It's a fully automated board.
What does that mean?
You don't
It
have to
means
touch
you
it.
don't have to touch it.
Okay.
Which is a good thing,
That is a good thing.
right?
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. I mean, at least they're not
tried
going
it?
into you, right?
I don't play with
I don't
boards.
even.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty, I gotta be honest, it's really
Okay,
cool.
that's really cool.
It's really cool. So
So
how much
it's-
does this run you if you decide that you want to purchase this?
$40.
$40. Okay. That's pretty cool.
It's the only one we got, too.
Yeah. That one and the one upstairs that was from when?
1940.
1940. They got the
Oh, that's
1940 Ouija board. I mean, it's crazy though to me that that used to be a game. Every house had a Ouija board back in the
Yeah, that's thanks to Parker Brothers.
day. Thanks, Parker Brothers, for that. We
They
appreciate it.
decided to make it where you had to be 21 or older to drink, 18 or older to die for your country. But you could be 8 or older to summon a Mesopotamian god.
Right.
Okay, then.
Thanks for that. So guys, check this out. There is a Raggedy Ann doll here, and her name happens to be Annie. Look at this. She actually does move, apparently. And it looks like she might be moving right now. Yeah. Look at that. She's definitely lit up red. Not as red as the other one upstairs, but wow.
Annie, do you like it by the door? The front door? I knew she knew that one that we were.
Yeah, she definitely moved the night we were here.
She was probably watching us. Oh,
She was
okay.
saying goodbye to us. She was down at the bottom of the steps as we left.